Hey guys, what's going on? This is Andrew here today, and we're going to be showing some of the games that I got from Mercari. So, out of all these games, I got them from 3 different sellers, so I made sure to wait until they all came in to make this video. So, now that they're all here, let's start talking about them. Alright, so I'm actually stupid, and I forgot that Pokemon Moon is also coming in the mail for me, but since my brother had a copy lying around, I figured I'd just show the game in my hand, because when I talk about getting things, I don't like talking about it theoretically. I like things being in my hand, and although this technically isn't my game that I'm getting in the mail, it's still Pokemon Moon, so I'm just going to show it. Basically, I really loved Pokemon Sun. It was the reason why I rebought a 3DS after selling it for a Vita, and I honestly thought it was a very well-made game. Some people didn't like it because they took out the gyms. I thought it was cool that they experimented with something else, and honestly, it's probably as close to Pokemon XD Gala Darkness that I am ever going to see in my lifetime. Unfortunately, I loved Gale of Darkness, and I would love them to experiment with making another one of those games once again. Pokemon Sun kind of reminded me of it in a slight way. It was very much different than the other Pokemon games in the main series that had come out, and I honestly found it a lot of fun. So getting Pokemon Moon in my collection is basically for me to finally complete the full series. I haven't completed every single Pokemon game yet. I have completed every region, but at this point, I am just trying to get through every Pokemon game at this point, and Pokemon Moon is one of the last games I need in my collection. Alright guys, so the next games that I got were 2 32X games that I got in a bundle. One of them is Virtual Racing, and the other one is 36 Great Holes, a golf game. So I really just wanted to get this game. I saw that this guy had it separately for pretty cheap, so I asked him to bundle them together so I can save on shipping, and I ended up getting them too. So I'm probably not going to be playing this one much. I really just wanted to expand my library on 32X games since I don't really have much at all. I believe I have Doom, Star Wars Arcade, and Jet Moto, so I really wanted to add more to the library, so might as well try playing a golf game on there to see how well it is. It probably sucks, but hey, at least it's in my collection. Virtual Racing, though, I mean, the Virtua games on the 32X are pretty good. There was also some that came to the Saturn after that, so I figured that I would get a copy of Virtual Racing for the 32X. I also have a Virtual Racing 2 on the Saturn, so yeah, I figured I'd get the first version of that game. Like I said before, I'm just trying to expand my library of 32X games since I don't have much, and I want to have a bigger catalog to play so I can eventually make a whole video on the 32X, and one day I want to make a video on the CD if I ever get the Sega CD as well. So for now, these are the 2 games that I got for the 32X. I have a few more, but looking to add more eventually. Next up, we have some games that I got in a bundle. I'm going to talk about them individually because if I tried to do it in one take, I would screw it up miserably. So, starting off, we have Black Ops 2 for the PS3. This game in particular is the game that got me into the COD franchise because it was the first game that my family actually got in the franchise. I had played the other games with my friends. I was so bad at them, and I basically would just watch them play since I would get frustrated whenever I would play. So I have this now on every single platform. I had it on the 360, the Wii U, the PC, and lastly, the PS3. So this one happens to actually be the most nostalgic version to me, despite the fact that I didn't own a PS3 when I was playing this game all the time. Now, the reason for that is because my cousin had the PS3 version, and he was the one that taught me how to play COD Zombies, and was the one who got the Season Pass and all the maps. I had the 360, but I didn't have the Season Pass. I wasn't getting games all the time, and I would only get games on special occasions. So there were other games that I wanted, plus I was really into Guitar Hero and all that stuff, so I just never saw a reason for me to get the DLC. So I would wait that extra month because on the 360, they got the DLC a month early. Me and my cousin would drool over it, and then we would get the map pack a month later on PS3. So he taught me everything there was to zombies in the beginning. He taught me through Black Ops 3 as well, and now I'm playing zombies as the biggest mode that I play on Cold War, and I'm very excited to see what Vanguard zombies are going to have to offer. So this is easily my favorite Call of Duty game of all time, and the most nostalgic version considering it was the one that I learned how to play with my cousin. I did play the 360 version a lot, and my cousin did come over every once in a while to play the game with me and all that stuff on the 360, but my best experience was when we played it at his house on his big TV, and we would just play all the new maps whenever they would come out. So yeah, let's get to the next game. Next up, we have an absolutely half-assed version of Black Ops 3, and that is the PS3 version. I got it on purpose knowing it was bad. I saw all the things back in the day. I watched people play it. I never played it for myself, so I wanted to get the experience, and I saw that the same guy that was selling Black Ops 2 was selling this, so I figured I'd just get my hands on it for the hell of it. Plus, I now have all 3 Black Ops 3 games on the PS3. So, what made this game so bad? Well, they took out the campaign, they barely released any DLC for the multiplayer and the zombies, and the game was locked at 30 FPS. So it was just an all-around terrible version of the game. This was basically Activision and Treyarch's way of saying, hey, get a next-gen console. They purposely made this game as bad as it was, and I know they could have made it good because Advanced Warfare was on the 360 and PS3. I still believe that they could have released every other Call of Duty game that came out on Xbox One and PS4 on PS3 and 360 by just dumbing down the graphics, and I think they knew that too, so they thought, hey, how are we going to basically get away with making them next-gen exclusive? Let's just do this. I honestly think they could have just not released the game. That would have worked fine too. I don't know why this needed to be there. There was no reason for it to be there. PS4 and Xbox One had a good amount of people on the platform at that point. It was already 2.5 years into the console's lifespan, or I think it was 2 years into the console's lifespan at that point. Yeah, it was 2 years into the console's lifespan. So there was easily enough people to just be like, hey, let's just make it on PS4 and Xbox One and PC, but for some reason they released this. Like I said, I got it for the laughs. I played it for a little while. I actually had a little fun with it because I like playing bad games. So, yeah. Let's get to the last game that I got today from the seller and from Mercari in general. So this last game happens to be my favorite game that I got from the entire haul, and that is MW2 for PC factory sealed. So I don't have many factory sealed games. I figured I would pick this one up since it was sold by the same guy that sold me BO3 and BO2. I also love Modern Warfare, so just having a sealed copy of this game is just an honor to me. I mean, I loved every single Modern Warfare game that came out. I haven't played much of the newest one, but MW1 through MW3 just had amazing multiplayer. This one had my favorite campaign out of the Modern Warfare games. You know, that no Russian scene was just crazy to the point where they basically allowed you to skip it, but this was just a stellar game, so having a sealed copy of it to me is just really cool. I don't know if this will ever go up in value. I only got this for $12 now. It's possible that it will, considering that a majority of PC games now are no longer physical. Most people don't even have disk drives on their PCs anymore, so maybe someday if PC collecting for physical games becomes really popular, this will have some value to it considering it's sealed. I may try to get it graded, not really sure. Somewhere down the line, I'm going to try those. So, yeah, that was the last game, guys. That's everything in the haul. Thank you guys for watching this video. I really feel like I have some pretty good quality in here. I'm going to be playing a lot of these games, except this one, which I'm definitely not going to open. Very excited to have all these new games in my collection. So, thank you guys for watching this video once again. Have a good one.